For breakfast, I'm eating a vegan cereal, and no, I'm not vegan, but if you are and you want to try this out, you definitely should. All the ingredients are super healthy, and I honestly like to eat this cereal with chocolate almond milk, but we didn't have any, so I decided to eat it with vanilla almond milk. Obviously, you gotta start off by pouring the cereal into your bowl because that's how you make cereal. Next, I'm adding the sliced almonds, and then I'm also adding some dried cranberries. I love the taste of coconut in my cereal, so I'm adding some coconut flakes and chia seeds. I'm gonna add some of the almond milk into my cereal, and here you can see my amazing editing skills. This part is optional, but I like to top my cereal off with some fresh fruit, so I'm cutting up some strawberries. I washed some blueberries. Obviously, we didn't have much strawberries left, so that's why I'm only cutting 2. And the last self-explanatory step is to add the fruit into your cereal. I mean, this whole video is pretty self-explanatory. You can see everything I'm doing, but bon appetit. Enjoy your breakfast of champions. For lunch, I'm eating a Turkish dish called Mücver, which is really popular there, but in English, it basically means veggie patty, and again, it's very healthy, made of all vegetables, and it's super delicious. Just a heads up, there are secret ingredients that you will see throughout the video, so these aren't all of them, but the first step is to crack 2 eggs into a bowl and mix. Next, you're gonna add 1 cup of flour, and you're gonna mix until it gets a doughy texture. We're gonna pull out the Ninja to grate the zucchinis, and you're just gonna add them in. You know, this is very satisfying. When you're done with that, you're gonna add it to the doughy mix. Next up, you're gonna cut up all the vegetables and also add those to your mix. Now that we have all the ingredients in the bowl, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt. This is optional, but I also like to add some pepper so it can give it more flavor. And lastly, you're just gonna mix everything. Finally, it is time to add the secret ingredient, which is 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now, the only unhealthy part about this recipe is that you originally have to fry it, but if you don't want to, you can also put it in the oven, but I personally like it when it's crispy, so I'm adding some avocado oil into my pan to fry the patties. This part is no different than making pancakes. You're just going to put the batter in the pan, flip when it's cooked, and serve. They take a good 3 to 4 minutes to get really nice and crispy. This part is also optional, but in Turkey they like to eat it with garlic yogurt, basically adding garlic to your yogurt, and I recommend you don't go on a date after you eat this meal unless you want to smell like garlic. And this is the completed dish. This is one of my favorite meals. I like to eat this all the time. And wow, my mouth is getting watery because I want to eat this right now. For dinner, I also made another Turkish dish called Kisir, and it's basically a Bulgur wheat salad. Again, very healthy. You're going to start by adding a cup of water to a bowl of bulgur, and you're going to cover that up and let that sit for 20 minutes. The second step is to cut up all your vegetables into tiny little pieces. So I'm going to start off by skinning a cucumber and cutting it up. Here I'm cutting up the Welsh onion. And here are the mint leaves. Next up is parsley. And lastly, lettuce. scratch that, lastly is tomatoes. After you're done cutting up all the vegetables, you're going to want to separate the tomatoes and cucumbers from the rest of the vegetables, and I will explain why later. Now that our bulgur has been waiting for 20 minutes and has soaked up all the water, we're going to add some pepper paste so we can get more flavor into it, and you're going to mix that. It's time to add salt, and after you mix that, you pour all of the mix into the bowl of greens. To get even more flavor going on, we're going to cut up a lemon and squeeze that and drizzle that all over the mix. After that's mixed, you're going to add the cucumbers and tomatoes, and the reason why I had you guys separate this was because these vegetables have water in them, and if you mix it, then it's going to get super watery and mushy, and we don't really want that. To top it all off, we're going to drizzle some oil so it won't be super dry, but just don't forget to mix it, and then you're ready to serve. I can assure you that if you make this once, you're going to keep making it, and this is also perfect for those late night cravings when you're super hungry but you don't want to be unhealthy. This will be your go-to dish. Those were all the meals that I ate today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next week. So I'm adding some avocado. Avocado. What the hell?
What do I do with this?